Hello everybody and welcome back. We are here for week 4, the 4th and final challenge following the Warm Winter Wishes kit release. As usual, I've got some freebies to share with you to help work with this challenge. And yeah, you can find these freebies either in the Non-Stop Papercrafts Facebook group or you can find them in my Ko-fi shop. In the Facebook group, there is an album called Warm Winter Wishes. You'll find all of the previous week's freebies there as well, plus any previous months if you want to go and do a bit of a catch-up. And the same in my Ko-fi shop, so you'll find all of the previous weeks there as well as lots of other freebies if you are interested. Now, it will tell you on Ko-fi what amount you'd like to put in. You just put a 0 and then they are for free. So the freebies for this week, again, it's just one page of freebies, but we have a Christmas stocking and then lots of little bits that will go inside the stocking. Now, you can make this as a page pocket. I'm actually going to use it to decorate my front cover. So I'm just going to shuffle these out of the way and bring in what I have prepared. So this was one of the previous challenges. This was the layered pocket, and I've got my journal inside because that's what I said I was creating mine for, so it can house my little journal. So I have just made a small one. This is actually from a piece of scrapbook paper. I think when somebody was doing a D-stash, or it might have been even some Happy Mail. I've got 2 or 3 different pages. Now this one is called Poinsettia's Linen from EK Success, I believe that's from. It's acid free and it was a 12 by 12 sheet. So you've got stripes on one side and then you've got these gorgeous, and I don't know if they pick up on camera, but the poinsettias are shiny and glossy and they have some glitter in there as well. So they're all sparkly and gorgeous. So that's on the inside, and then you've just got the stripes on the outside. Now I've put the stripes on the outside because this is obviously where I want to put my topper, so I didn't want to have the poinsettias there, although that would look quite cute as well, I guess. But never mind. I've gone with this because I thought then it doesn't distract too much from the actual stocking. So I'm going to have this on the front. Now, from the page, you will notice, if I bring it back in, there are 2. That's because what I've done is I've basically just duplicated and then just chopped off the top so that this fits perfectly here at the bottom, and then you end up with a little pocket there. I'm actually going to cut a couple more little slits in just so I've got some extra pockets, because like I said, I'm going to use this for decoration. The things aren't going to come in and out. I am going to kind of glue them in. You could have things coming out, I guess, but like I said, if you have this inside your journal, so if you want it on a page, then of course you can have it so things are removed, but because it's going to be my front cover and my decoration, I'm not going to do that. So I have kept my journal pretty simple. I think I've said in one of the previous videos that I'm using mine as my Christmas notebook. And yay, it's December already. I cannot believe we are in December 2025. It doesn't feel like 2 minutes ago we were in January 2025. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. So I've just literally done double-sided. So on the back of all of my pages, I've just done the same. There was a page in the kit that had really faint Christmas music paper. So I've used that on the back of all of my pages. And then the page that actually had the music paper on, I did the large bauble again on there. So yeah, I've just got all of my pages here. And then I've just kind of tied it off in the middle with a piece of string. So that's just every page from the kit, and then I've just bound it together. So it's not, like I said, a huge journal, it's just a small one. I haven't put any pockets or ephemera in there because I'm just using it as a notebook. So I'm going to, now that it's the 1st of December, I'm going to start writing out my Christmas card list. I can tick things off if there's anything last minute that I need to buy. Thankfully, I have now done all of my Christmas shopping. I'm so impressed with myself. Last year was very much a lastminute.com situation. This year I promised myself that I would not leave it all till the last minute, and I'm pleased to say that I have got everything already. But I can already start planning out like the food that I want over the holiday week, because again I don't want to leave that to the last minute, because as we know, the shops are crazy at Christmas. So yeah, so that's what my notebook's going to be all about. Right, so on the front, I'm just going to move this out of the way for a moment because obviously we want to build our stocking up first and then we can worry about sticking it down. Now, as you can probably hear, my voice is a lot better than my last video. I am feeling much better. The only thing that's kind of lingering now is I've got a little bit of a tickly cough. So every now and then if you see the video kind of pause or jump, it's because I've had to edit out where I am coughing. But other than that, I am feeling much, much better, which I'm pleased about because I did not want to be ill for Christmas. Now, I am going to ink round. I did when I was doing my tags and things. It also just kind of makes it clear that this is a pocket here as well. So I'm just going to go around the front of this stocking. And again, it just makes it stand out a little bit more on the cover. I'm going to do a little bit of inking around this one as well. But yeah, I absolutely cannot believe it's December. It just feels absolutely crazy. I'm excited. I love Christmas. I'm such a kid when it comes to Christmas. I get very excited. I've already dug out the decorations. They are ready to go up and they will be going up as soon as my daughter goes to Brownies. Then I'm going to spend that hour and a half while she's there decorating the house. So yeah, very excited to get that done. I've dug out all my Christmas jumpers and my Christmas earrings. And yeah, just really kind of getting into the holiday spirit. Yeah, this is also going to be my birthday week. So at the weekend, I'm going to have a weekend sale in my shop because it's my birthday this coming weekend. So I'm going to have a big sale in my shop just to kind of celebrate that a little bit. I really love these cute little elements to stick in this stocking. And check me out, I actually cut these out by hand. I did not use my Cricut machine, even though these are more fussy than I usually like when I'm cutting by hand. But yeah, I just sat there cutting away. I can't even remember what I was doing. I think I was watching something. And I know lots of people like to do that as they're watching telly. They just cut bits out, and I think that's pretty much what I was doing. Oh, I think I was watching, because again, where it's December, we're getting ready for the new year. I've been getting my planners and journals ready for the new year. So I think I was watching a couple of other planner videos, seeing how they're setting up all their planners and journals. I do like to get some inspiration from other people. But yeah, so while I was watching that, I was cutting out all these bits and pieces. Right, last one, a little Christmas word. Now obviously I could use ones from the main kit as well, but obviously the green goes nicely with everything else. Right, so that's all the inking. Obviously inking is optional, you don't have to do that. So like I said, this is going to be the main pocket, but I also want to put little slits in here as well. So I think I'm going to do that first before I do anything else. So I do love this tool. It's absolutely amazing. Probably one of the best buys I've done. So I'm going to, like I said, put one here. Now I am going to freehand it. You can of course use a ruler if you want to. I'm going to be brave. And then I'm just going to cut another teeny little slither next to it. And then just come down at the sides just to make sure that it does actually pop out. There we go. So I've got one. Now I'm deciding, do I want another one or is two enough? Right, what have we got? Let's see. So I've got a couple of tags. So I could have one in there. What else have we got? We've got a Christmas present. I think I might need to cut this a little bit wider actually. A Christmas present. We could have a little teddy in the back. Like so. So yeah, I think I'm going to need another one, aren't I? Maybe just one more down here just to or do I not? Maybe I have my Christmas 25 down there. Yeah, actually, I was going to do lots of pockets. I don't think I'm going to. I think I quite like it like that. And then I can use these somewhere else. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it like that. Right, okay. So, and I've just realised, actually, I did the number 25 because, obviously, 25th of December is Christmas Day. But I've realised that, obviously, 25 is the year. So it's Christmas 2025. So I quite like that. That's quite clever. That wasn't intended, but I like it. Right, so if I'm going to stick it down like that, the first thing I'm going to do is just give this a tinsy ink along here, like so. And then I'm going to glue these two pockets down. So I'm just going to go very thin along the edge. Although at the bottom, actually, it doesn't matter, does it? Because I've not got anything down there. So I'm going to go a bit thicker with the glue there. And then I'm going to pop this on here. I'm just going to line it up with the stocking underneath, like so. Right, I think I might punch that hole because I think I might put a ribbon in there. I'm just going to put the lid on that and pop the pin in there. And I'm just going to quickly grab a ribbon to go in there. Okay, I've got these two, which I quite like. So, yeah, I'm going to use these. So let's just punch that hole in there. Now, this isn't particularly thick. I've done this on 220 GSM paper. So it's thick paper. It's definitely not, I wouldn't say a cardstock. Well, that's punched pretty well, actually. But obviously, it's not going to be used as a proper tag. It's not going to be pulled in and out, so I'm not too worried. I think I'm going to use this one. Let's just grab some scissors. And I just want a little bit of that. To pop in there. And then, yeah, I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Oh, she says. Okay, something like that. And as I said, this was going to go in here. Although I think that's going to be super snug because of the glue. I probably shouldn't have glued quite so inwardly. Now, obviously, you're not going to see the bottom of this tag, so I'm not fussed. So I am going to cut up a little bit. Because you're not going to see it. Okay, so I'm going to have it there, and then I'm going to put a blob of glue just behind it, just to hold that in place. And then next, we had this gift, didn't we? And then was it the teddy bear behind? So I could have it like that, couldn't I? So again, I'm just going to lift up the teddy bear. I'm just going to put a blob of glue behind. Stick him down. I'm going to do the same with the present. Just put some glue behind, like so. Okay, I just need to think how I want this. So do I have it Christmas 25, like so? I don't know if I like Christmas at an angle. So do I have it Christmas 25? Christmas 25. Yeah, that seems a bit better. Okay, so you're going to go down first. Onto there, then you're going to go down. So again, just a little bit of glue. Oh, I could move that over actually, couldn't I? Doesn't matter. And that's going to go across like so. Oops. Yeah, I really like that. It's very cute. Right, and another thing that I was going to do, so on the actual printable of this, there's like a little loop here. Well, I was being a bit fussy and I couldn't be bothered to cut it out properly, but then I was thinking that I could actually put on my own loop. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Do I want to glue it? Or do I want to use something else? Maybe a brad. I'm just going to pop and go and get those. Okay, so I've got my tub of brads and I've just pulled a few out. Now, I've got these beautiful snowflakes, but unfortunately this is obviously ridiculously large. That won't really go. I do have a red that's shiny, so that could kind of tie it in with the cover, or I've got gold. So I've got a really small one or a medium one, so I wasn't sure whether gold, but now looking at it I think I might go with the red. I think that would look quite nice. So I'm going to use my smaller punch and I'm just going to go up in this top corner. And I'm going to put my split pin in. Oops. And then obviously I need a length of this. And then this is going to go through here. Like so. Right, I'm just trying to spin that round because I've got the shorter leg that side. Okay, so I'm going to split those open like so, and I'm just going to tuck that behind there a bit. Okay, and then I've got like that little hook then at the top, and then I'm just going to glue that straight on the front there. Yeah, I quite like that. Now normally I put cheesecloth and stuff all over things, but I don't actually want to bulk this up too much. I think it looks quite nice as it is. So I'm just going to glue it down. Okay, so there is my journal complete. I really love that front cover. I think that looks really, really nice with that stocking on. As I said, you could just have this as a pocket within your journal, and then you can have all your bits and pieces removable. I've just glued mine down because this will be my front cover, so I don't want things coming loose. But yeah, I am really, really happy with that. I really hope that you have enjoyed all of these challenges and this kit. I really love how all of this has come together, and I'm really pleased with this journal. So I'm happy that everything slots in, which was another reason why I didn't want this front bit too bulky. It fits in here lovely. I've got all of my tags still. That was the glove, the mitten that was in the kit as well, the freebies, sorry. And then, yeah, I've got all of this all decorated and now ready to go. And as I said, now it's December. I am super excited to get started with all of my Christmas lists. Well, thank you for joining me today. As I said, this is the fourth and final challenge. There will be one more week where you can post in the Facebook group showing me anything that you create either with the freebies or with the paid kit. For each post that you make, if you only use the freebies, and you do have to make that clear in your post, if you only use the freebies for every post that you make, so you can post as many times as you like, for every post you get an entry into the prize drawing at the end of the event. If you use the paid kit, so if you've brought the Warm Winter Wishes kit, either from my Etsy shop or from my Ko-fi shop, and you create something with that and post, again, you can post as many times as you like in the Facebook group, but for each post you will then have 2 entries because you are using the bought kit. Now, it is still on sale, the kit. I think it's until the 7th of December. So if you want to grab it at a discount, now's the time to do it because obviously that will be running out very soon. Also a reminder that there will be a sale this weekend in my shop because it is my birthday. So as a little celebration, there'll be discounts coming this weekend as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.